takes over, saying all we need to say. There's endless possibilities in the moves we can make. Your kiss is giving every indication. If this heart of mine is right, by the time this night is over, the stars are gonna shine on two lovers in love. And when the morning comes, it's gonna find us together in a love that's just begun. By the time this night is over, two hearts are gonna fly to the heavens above, and we'll get closer and closer and closer by the time this night is over. Let's take a slow and easy ride. Just lay back and let love take us over. There's magic here with you and I, and it's gonna take us all the way. Let's find some kind of deeper conversation. Darling, if it's right, by the time this night is over, the stars are gonna shine on two lovers in love. But when the morning comes, it's gonna find us together in a love that's just begun. By the time this
Good evening, dear parents, students, well wishers, and friends. Today is an auspicious and very significant day for all of us here at St. Paul's, especially for the SSLC boys who will assemble on this ground to cherish the memories of their school life. Competition is always a good thing as it forces us to give off our best. Our school is divided into four houses: the prosperous green, the peace loving blue, the glittering gold, and the glorious red, who compete with each other with tremendous zeal, passion, and supporting spirit so as to keep their house flags flying high. The greenhouse is guided by teacher Mary DeCosta. The blue house is guided by teacher Padmavati. The gold house is guided by Sir Santosh. The red house is guided by teacher Neeta.
The audience is requested to stand in attention as we warmly welcome our chief guest for today's function, the parents of the boys of the year 2021-22. We are honored to have you in our midst. We also welcome the CEO of the Cantonment Board, Mr. K. Anand, and Mr. Shazjit Sheikh, ex-member of the Cantonment Board. We also welcome our guests, our beloved Rector, Reverend Father Ronaldo Souza, Principal, Reverend Father Dr. Savio Abreu, our Vice Principal, Reverend Father Sebastian Pereira, Teacher Nandini Pai, the Headmistress of the High School Section, Teacher Lineria Swami, the Headmistress of the Primary Section, Teacher Rufa Chadichal, the Headmistress of the Sunbeam Nursery, and Teacher Lira D'Souza, the Headmistress of the St. Paul Jesuit School, ICSC. A warm welcome to Father Basil, Father Anthony, Father Matthew, and Father Stephen. We also welcome all our other esteemed guests, fathers, sisters, alumni, PTA members, etc. The NCC cadets leading the dignitaries in slow march are Master Sankalp Chalwadi, Master Soham Badale, Master Ashwin Shetty, Master J. Kalgatgi, Master Pranav Kale, and Master Bhushan Patil.
Girl, it's been a long, long time coming.
I request the audience to be seated.
But I know that it's been worth the
The SSLC students will now march towards the dais in a slow march. These tiny buds, which bloomed into our classes, are the SSLC students who are the guests for today's grand function. We welcome you, young men, in our midst to celebrate the event of your passing out. You came in here with awe and wonder, and within these portals, you have grown up to have minds filled with dreams. Not only dreams, but also plans to accomplish them. Your journey to this day has been a 12-year-long journey, and this journey will continue with prosperity as we pray for you. We thank the teachers in charge of the SSLC boys, Sir Parvatikar, Sir Mahesh, Teacher Lidwina, and Teacher Chandrika for guiding the boys.
SSC boys! धन्यवाद मुड़ेगा धन्यवाद मुड़
Prayer is a dialogue between God and man. Here are the students of Standard 5 come to give you a message, dear SSLC boys, that all the values you have learnt in this school, store it and treasure it as you walk out of this alma mater. The happiness and joy that you received in these 12 years, let it be a guiding light for you. Never forget to thank God for this school and your teachers who have nurtured you with love, care, and affection. So here we have the boys of Standard 5 with a prayer dance.
तेरे द्वार पे आए हैं हम, ये गीत स्तुति के गाते हैं हम, सर्वस तुझको अर्पित करने आए हैं, दीन दास हैं हम। वरदानों से भर दे हमको, सुमिरन दिल से करें तेरा। वरदानों से भर दे हमको, सुमिरन दिल से करें तेरा। अनमोल जीवन वरदान तेरा, अनमोल जीवन वरदान तेरा, प्रभु कर पाए काम तेरा। तेरी द्वार पे आए हम, ये गीत स्तुति के गाते हम, सर्वस तुझको अर्पित करने आए हैं, दीन दास हम। प्रेम भाव हम सबको दे दे, दुखमय जीवन सुखमय कर दे, प्रेम भाव हम सबको दे दे, दुखमय जीवन सुखमय कर दे। हो स्वीकार प्रणाम हमारा, हो स्वीकार प्रणाम हमारा, पूजे धरा पर नाम तेरा, तेरे द्वार पे आए हैं हम, ये गीत स्तुति के गाते हैं हम, सर्वस तुझको अर्पित करने आए हैं, दीन दास हैं हम।
Thank you, boys, for keeping us in a prayerful mood. Thank you, Teacher Muriel, Teacher Dinah, and Teacher Jasmine for training the boys for that prayerful performance.
SSLC boys, kindly be seated. To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. We are profoundly delighted to introduce the chief guest for the day, the parents of the boys of the year. I call upon Teacher Nandini Pai, the headmistress of the high school section, to introduce our guest.
Good evening to everyone present here. I'm honored to introduce the guests of today's gathering. We are delighted to have Mr. Srishail Kalsinge and Mrs. Sheetal Kalsinge, the proud parents of Master Prabhuda Kalsinge, Boy of the Year 21-22. Mr. Srishail has completed MA in Economics and Diploma in Electrical Engineering from the Government Polytechnic, Belagavi. He is presently serving as the training officer in Government Industrial Training Institute from August 2003 till date. Mrs. Sheetal Kalsinge has completed her diploma in commercial practice from Government Polytechnic, Belgavi, and BCom from RPD College. At present, she is serving as a personal assistant to the commanding officer, Military Hospital, Belgavi, from January 1998 till date. We are honored to have you both in our midst. also welcome Mr. Bahubali Dodanavar and Mrs. Rashmi Dodanavar, the parents of the first runners-up Boy of the Year 21-22, Master Viraj Dodanavar. Mr. Bahubali Dudanavar has pursued his BCom degree at Lingaraj College, Belgavi in the year 1992. He is presently serving at District Police Office, DPO, Belgavi. Mrs. Rashmi Dodanavar has pursued her BCom degree at Gokte College of Commerce, Belgavi. She is presently serving as a teacher at Army Primary School, Camp Belgavi. We welcome you, dear sir and ma'am. A warm welcome to Mr. Nitin Avarsekar and Mrs. Nidhi Avarsekar, the parents of the second runners-up Boy of the Year 21-22, Master Navneet Avarsekar. Mr. Nitin Avarsekar is an alumni of St. Paul's High School, batch of 1989, and has completed his diploma in mechanical engineering from Government Polytechnic, Belgavi. He has his own industry in Udyambag, Belgavi, and is currently doing well in his business. Mrs. Nidhi Avarsekar has completed her basic education of SSLC and pre-university in Karwar and is a homemaker. She has played a very important role in shaping Navneet by influencing him with moral values. We welcome you both amongst us. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
We would also like to honor the CEO of the Cantonment Board, Mr. K. Anand. We also welcome Mr. Shajid Sheikh, ex-member of the Cantonment Board. As a token of appreciation, we would like to felicitate all our honored guests on the days with a rose.
Hoisting of the flag and the school anthem. For 12 long years, the SSLC boys have saluted the school flag respectfully and have sung the school anthem with loyalty and zeal. Today, on this, their day of farewell, they will salute the flag for the last time as a student of St. Paul's High School. Master Prabhuda Kalisinghe, the Boy of the Year 2021-22, has been given the honor of hoisting the school flag.
The SSLC boys are requested to stand.
The audience is requested to please stand. Let us tune our ears to the sound of the bugle that will linger in our hearts for the last time this year, because Master Clifton Barreto, Master Francis D'Souza, Master Andrew Pillay, and Master Yashik Tenkinkai have been fine buglers for every function at school. The school anthem will be sung by all of us, led by the boys of the school choir and our school band.
SSC boys! Salute!
The audience may kindly be seated. The SSLC students will now take the salute as the junior schoolmates march past them in a salute of farewell. The privilege of taking the salute is given to the SSLC students who are the guests of honor today. The newly elected school pupil leader for the year 2021-22, Shreyas Hanagandi, and the assistant school pupil leader, Joseph Matthews, followed by the four commanders and their deputy commanders, will lead the houses. The greenhouse is led by Commander Jeevan Dimello, followed by the Deputy Commander Atharva Kokitkar and the flag bearer Rehan Andagi. The Blue House is led by Commander Harshil D'Souza, followed by the Deputy Commander Vedant Patil and the flag bearer Aaron Kuri. The band, led by Master Razeen Ahmed, march before you in melodious music. The style is echoed by blending of notes. The Gold House is led by Commander Mohammad Salim Angolkar, followed by the Deputy Commander Kaustubh Gauli and the flag bearer Rehan Tahsildar. The Red House is led by Commander Nandan Tahsildar, followed by the Deputy Commander Ilhan Bukhari and the flag bearer, Sudanvan Ashipudi.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. The lamp has deep intellectual and spiritual significance. It signifies knowledge, and that of all our activities should be governed by light. The ignorance of darkness is dispelled. We now have the most awaited event of the day, the torch ceremony. The torch will be lit with a candle brought from the school chapel, symbolizing purity and spirituality. Father Sebastian will bring it to the dais, escorted by the NCC cadets. Here at St. Paul's, we not only stress on academics, but also on spirituality, hence making life more profound and meaningful for our students. Dear SSLC boys, life is like a candle to us. It is a sort of splendid torch which we have got a hold of for the moment, and we want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it over to the new future generation. The torch is a symbol of knowledge and enlightenment. It signifies the training imparted to our students by their alma mater. It is a symbol of values we constantly endeavor to inculcate in our students in their 12 years journey with us. This symbolic gesture of the Boy of the Year handing over the torch to the present SPL symbolizes the light we kindle in them, hoping that they will shine and follow them wherever they go. This tradition of yesteryears is hereby handed over to a new generation of boys.
We now invite the chief guest of today's function, Mr. Shrishel Kalisenge, to kindly come forward and light the torch. Thank you, sir. Now I request our principal to hand over the torch to the Boy of the Year 2021-22, Master Prabhuda Kalasenge, who will then hand over the torch to the newly elected SPL, Master Shreyas Hanagande, who on behalf of the commanders of the four houses will receive it. Remember, dear students, like the light of the torch that dispels darkness to bring brightness and beauty to the world, the light that spreads its spectrum of multicolors, you are called to be men for others and render your service to the society. Now all the 4 houses will march towards the place allotted to them.
Houses! Conductor!
Boys of standard 9th and 10th, kindly be seated. We shall now have the presentation of the shield to the Boy of the Year and the runners-up. I call upon our principal, Reverend Father Dr. Savio Abreu, to present the shields. Master Prabhuda Kalasinghe, son of Mrs. Sheetal Kalasinghe and Mr. Srishel Kalasinghe, has been elected as the Boy of the Year 2021-22. He has always excelled in his studies during his academic years at St. Paul's. He was a student pupil leader of our school for the year 2021-22. He has been an all-round student and an outstanding leader. He is a state-level swimmer and also a district-level chess player. This silver shield is a generous donation of the ex-Paulites of the Dar es Salaam and Kenya.
The first runner-up for the Boy of the Year 2021-22 is Master Viraj Dodanavar, son of Mrs. Reshmi Dodanavar and Mr. Bahubali Dodanavar. He has served as a commander of the Red House in primary and assistant school pupil leader of our school for the year 2021-22. He has always excelled in his studies during his academics academic year at St. Paul's. As a corporal of the NCC Air Wing, he attended few camps and was selected for the pre-IGC camp and was also a part of Bharat Scouts and Guides. He has participated in state level hurdles and relay and won many prizes in sprint, long jump, and high jump.
The second runner-up for the Boy of the Year 2021-22 is Master Navneet Avarsekar, son of Mrs. Nidhi Avarsekar and Nitin Avarsekar. Master Navneet has been doing well in his academics and extracurricular activities and also has leadership qualities. He is interested in singing, sports, traveling, reading, cycling, quiz, and science and technology. He has been the second runners-up all-round student of the primary section in the year 2016-17. He was an Army Wing Cadet in the year 2019-20 and has attended the CATC camp and has completed his ACE certificate. Thank you, Father. The SSLC boys are requested to stand.
I request all the staff to come forward and present the mementos to our students. We have an official photographer, so parents are requested to kindly be seated in their places. Dear SSLC boys, with love and care, your teachers have nurtured you. They have tried to help you grow in mind and body. Today, we can only wish you good luck. These mementos symbolize our blessings and love. All the best for a bright future. fathers, teachers. SSLC boys, kindly be seated.
The boys of Standard 3 will now present a Kannada folk dance, Suggi Kala, which depicts the harvest season. They are here to give you a message, dear SSLC boys, that may you prosper and find success at every step of your life. May your life be more fruitful and happy wherever you go.
ಸುಗ್ಗಿಕಾಲ ಹಿಗ್ಗಿ ಬಂದಿತೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ತಂದಿತೋ
ಸುಗ್ಗಿಕಾಲ ಹಿಗ್ಗಿ ಬಂದಿತೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ತಂದಿತೋ
ಧಾನ್ಯದ ರಾಶಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಚೆಲ್ಲುತ್ತ ಧಾನ್ಯದ ರಾಶಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಚೆಲ್ಲುತ್ತ
ಭೂಮಿ ತಾಯಿ ಕಾಲು ಕೊಟ್ಟಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟಳು ಸುಗ್ಗಿಕಾಲ ಹಿಗ್ಗಿ ಬಂದಿತೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ತಂದಿತೋ
ಸುಗ್ಗಿಕಾಲ ಹಿಗ್ಗಿ ಬಂದಿತೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ತಂದಿತೋ
ರಾಗಿಯ ಜೋಳದ ಭತ್ತದ ನವಣೆಯ ತೊಗರಿಯ ವರೆಯ ರಾಶಿ ಹಾಕ್ಯಾವೆ ನೋಡಿ ಮುದ್ದು ಹಸರಿನ ರಾಶಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾವೆ
ಮುತ್ತು ಮುತ್ತು ಹಣದಂತ ಪೇನೆ ಚಂದ ಸಂತೆ ಕಂತೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ನಿಂತ ಬಣವೆ ಅಂದ
ಕಾಲು ಕಾಲು ರಾಶಿ ನೀವು ಎಂಬ ಚಂದ ಕಾಲು ದೊಡ್ಡ ರಾಶಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡರಂದ
ಬಾಯಿಯ ತುಂಬಿ ಕೊಡುವ ಪರಿಧಾನ ಚಂದ ನೋಡಿ ಬಾಯಿಯ ತುಂಬಿ ಕೊಡುವ ಪರಿಧಾನ ಚಂದ
ಸುಗ್ಗಿಕಾಲ ಹಿಗ್ಗಿ ಬಂದಿತೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ತಂದಿತೋ
ಸುಗ್ಗಿಕಾಲ ಹಿಗ್ಗಿ ಬಂದಿತೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ತಂದಿತೋ
That was a lovely performance. Thank you, boys. We thank teacher Mary Lobo, teacher Rita Arikuswamy, and teacher Carmelin Silva for training the boys. I now call upon our rector, Reverend Father Ronald D'Souza, to present the trophy to the all-round student and the runners-up of the primary section for the year 2021-22. Master Pranil Balakundri, all-round student of the primary section for the year 2021-22. He is good in his academics and extracurricular activities. He is interested in swimming, singing, cricket, quiz, and craft. He has won 2 bronze medals in All India Science and Maths Olympiad exam. Thank you, Father.
I request our guest, the CEO of the Cantonment Board, to kindly come forward and honor the first runner-up for the all-round student of the primary section 2021-22, Master Shreyas Malghan. He excels in his academics and other co-curricular activities. He is interested in dancing and sports like cricket, football, and volleyball. He has won many prizes at school level and in Europe Talent Fest in dance, quiz, and recitation. I request our guest, Mr. K. Anand, to felicitate the second runner-up for the all-round student of the primary section, Master Kenneth Lobo. He has been a bright student and has excelled in his academics and co-curricular activities. He has secured the first place in Pratibha Karanji at Taluk level for recitation and has also won many prizes in various school competitions. He loves reading books, sports, and dance. The trophy and mementos and the cash prizes are a generous donation by an ex-Paulite, Mr. Michael Vincent Fernandez.
I request Master Prabhuda Kalasinghe, the Boy of the Year 2021-22, to deliver the farewell address.
This isn't the first time I've walked up to this podium to deliver a speech. But as I stand here today, I feel different. A mixed sense of emotions, anxiety, nervousness, happiness, but above all, sorrow, for this would be the last time I will be addressing my fellow students as a student of St. Paul's High School. Good evening, respected dignitaries on the dais. Our chief guests today are my parents and our rector, Reverend Father Ronald D'Souza, our principal, Reverend Father Dr. Savio Abreu, Vice Principal, Reverend Father Sebi Pereira, headmistresses of the 4 sections, all my teachers, my juniors, and my SSLC brothers from the spectacular batch 2021-22. The name St. Paul's is not only a word. It is an emotion which contains tons and tons of memories. 12 years ago, 168 tiny buds entered this institution with high dreams and aspirations. Our journey began with red shorts and beach-colored shirt, sitting on those tiny tables, all set to learn poems and alphabets. Then we entered this magnificent institute, St. Paul's High School, where we learned the value of friendship, brotherhood, forgiveness, working in coordination, respecting elders, accepting failure, and working hard to achieve success. During this journey, we enjoyed a lot. The P periods, inter-house competitions, inter-school competitions, dance and marching practices for sports day, and various events. We will surely miss each one of them. St. Paul's High School is a land of opportunities and also a place where we learn to be men for others. On a keynote, I would like to express my gratitude to all the Jesuit fathers, principals, vice principals in our alma mater, and to all our much-loved teachers, right from the Sunbeam Nursery to the high school, who have been like candles, who have ignited themselves to give us a bright future. Our teachers have accepted us one among their family and were ever ready to help us whenever we face difficulties. Dear brothers, this is our day that we'll remember throughout our lives. So let us sit back and recollect all the priceless moments that we will rejoice. Let's not be sad because it's over, but let us be happy because it happened. Down the years, we will be working in different parts of the world at reputed positions. But always remember, to make a building strong, the foundation should be strong too. And our foundation is St. Paul's High School. So dear brothers, no matter which part of the world we are or what job we are doing, the tapestry that will forever bind us together is the fact that we are Paulites and we are men for others. This is Prabodha Kalisinghe, your ex-school pupil leader and the present boy of the year, signing off. Do well, achieve your goals, good luck and God bless. Thank you. Cheer boys, cheer.
Thank you, Prabhuda. Punjab is a very rich state regarding the styles and the number of folk dances. Not only the Punjabis, but even the non-Punjabis get into the spirit and fun of the folk dances of Punjab. Here are our little champs of Standard 4th to perform a style of Punjabi dance with rigorous kicks, leaps and bends.
ਵੇਖੋ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਫੇਰ ਖੇਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਵੇਖੋ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਲੈਂਡ ਵੱਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਲੈਂਡ ਪਰੇ ਲਓ ਵੀ ਮੁੰਡਿਓ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੀਮ ਜਿੱਤੂਗੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਲੋਕ ਪੈਸੇ ਤੇ ਵੋਲਟ ਤੇ ਹਾਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾ ਬਤੋਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਡਾ ਕੱਢੀ ਦਾ ਸਪੀਕਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾ ਬਤੋਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਡਾ ਕੱਢੀ ਦਾ ਸਪੀਕਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜੁੱਤੀ ਥੱਲੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਰੋਲ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਰ ਲੁੱਟਦੇ ਨੇ ਮੌਜਾਂ ਦਿਲ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਤਿੰਨ ਪੈਗ ਵੱਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਟੁਕੜੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਦੀ ਡਿੱਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਨੀ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਤਿੰਨ ਪੈਗ ਵੱਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਟੁਕੜੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਦੀ ਡਿੱਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ
ਚ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਗਾ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਬਰਸਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਗਿਨ ਯਾਦ ਚ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਗਾ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਬਰਸਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਓ हाथ साथ बोलो क्या करेंगे बड़े तू आते तुम्हें बड़े आंदे आ पहुंचे हाई कोर्ट तक रोले खापदे आ सिट ता शरीका जिसी ने ते चलदी हुन असली यूपी तो जटां चक लिया हुन जेल च ही होली दीदार यार दा I know that you wanna get crazy, crazy. Shorty, take it slow, then chitty, chitty. Hey, baby, let me see it. I just wanna eat it. Baby, let me see it. Oh, I really need it. Oh, baby, let me see it. I just wanna eat it. I know the things that you like.
Now that was a thrilling performance. Thank you, boys. We thank Teacher Mary Rodriguez, Teacher Elsie De Silva, and Teacher Manju Nair for training the boys. I call upon the present school pupil leader, Master Shreyas Hanagandhi, to speak in reply to the farewell address.
Good evening, everyone. Respected chief guests and other guests on the days, manager, Reverend Father Ronald D'Souza, principal, Reverend Father Dr. Savio Abreu, vice principal, Reverend Father Sebastian Pereira, headmistress of the 4 sections, teachers, and my dear SLC brothers who are about to start a new chapter in their life. Remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. I've discovered that every time you've reached a milestone, you think you are there. But there's another one waiting for you. While entering the portals of this school, you may have cried a lot because you never knew you will gather memories at each and every plot. Starting from ABCD and 1, 2, 3, 4 that you read on the blackboard, you've reached till sine, cos, tan, which you will meet in your boards. I've always learned from my seniors how to be united and experience the feeling of oneness in any circumstances. The enthusiasm that you have brought in the school, be it in academics, sports, and various other co curricular activities, you have always been an inspiration to the younger generations. A special mention to all my dear brothers who are curious and enthusiastic enough to add greater value and memories towards this prestigious institution. You are the optimistic and the talented ones. We would never forget you as you were the best ones. I would like to extend my deep gratitude towards the management and the school staff who accompanied them during these 12 long years and have groomed them in such a way that they are fully prepared for the greater challenges that lie ahead. I would like to thank the staff who helped me to stand before you all as the school pupil leader. My dear friends, despite some difficulties, sadness, and grief that you have encountered in the school, at the end of it, you have completed this part of your journey with great achievements and beautiful memories. I hope that all the values and memories that were inculcated in you will remain forever, which will certainly help you in your future. You will always be known as Polites at any stage in your life, and you will always bring laurels to our alma mater, and your sweet memories will always remain in our hearts. I, as the school pupil leader, assure you that we will continue the legacy of St. Paul's High School and strive to lift it even higher than what you all are leaving behind. Each boy has provided an inspiration to the younger generations in numerous ways and has set a benchmark for us to reach up to. I wish to thank you for the uncommon zeal you have demonstrated towards your studies, your relationship with teachers, your juniors, and even among yourselves. May God shower all His choicest of blessings on you all as you'll take a new step in your life. Be kind and good to people you move on your way up. Allow the words of God to guide you as you move ahead in your life towards greatness. Think big and be optimistic in whatever you do. Wishing you lots of good fortune. May you build a strong relationship with success and prosperity in this new phase of your life. As you end your journey here in St. Paul's High School, all the best for your examinations. And so, let the new adventure begin. Cheer, boys, cheer. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreyas.
We will now take you to the beautiful land of Northeast, comprising of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Sikkim. Arunachal Pradesh is called the land of rising sun. The talented boys of Standard 6th will now depict the culture, tradition, and celebrities of this wonderful part of India. They will perform the most popular Bihu and the bamboo dance.
অসম আমাৰ ৰূপহী গুণৰো নাই হে ভাৰতৰে পূৰ্ব দিশৰ সূৰ্য উঠা দেশ গোটেই জীৱন বিচাৰিলে অলেখ দিৱস ৰাতি অসম দেশৰ দৰে নেপাওঁ ইমান ৰসাল মাটি অসম দেশৰ দৰে নেপাওঁ ইমান ৰসাল মাটি
Here are the players of the United Football Club of Assam. It is also known as Northeast United Football Club, that is based in Guwahati, Assam, and competes in the Indian Super League.
Can you hear the thunder?
Moving fast, heading away. We are the age. We are united. We are the age. We're the ones who will blow you away.
Please put your hands together and welcome the tribal people from Nagaland and Manipur. We also have with us some famous celebrities from Assam to witness this memorable occasion. Famous singer and winner of the Indian Idol talent show, Pavandeep Rajan. Famous filmmaker, playback singer, lyricist, musician and poet, Bhupen Hazarika. Olympian athlete Shiv Thapa, and the world-famous boxer Mary Kom. We request our chief guest, Mr. Srishel and Mrs. Sheetal Kalsinge, to kindly stand as the tribals of the Northeast come forward to honor you with a shawl called Khasi. That was a splendid performance. Thank you, boys. Thank you, Teacher Mahananda, Teacher Stella, and Teacher Vijay for training the boys.
I now request Reverend Father Principal to address the gathering and give us an inspiring message.
Today's chief guests, Mr. and Mrs. Kalisinge, Mr. and Mrs. Dodanavar, and Mr. and Mrs. Avarsekar. Our rector, Father Ronald D'Souza, Vice Principal, Father Sebastian, the four HMs, and all our esteemed dignitaries. Dear parents of the SSLC boys, teachers, students, and especially our main guests, the SSLC boys. After all that you have seen, I'm sure you must be wondering one more boring speech. You just had a beautiful dance from the Northeast. And therefore, I would not like to be too long, but I would like to highlight one or two points. I'm supposed to give a report of the school for this academic year. I'm sure you're not here to listen to the report, but wait for the next item, which I can promise you is the star attraction of today evening. I shall leave that suspense here. I would like to begin with what we have the theme there. that goodbye and see you are revoir. What does that mean? It's not just goodbye where they go away, but we shall see you soon. If you look at life, life is full of goodbyes and farewells. I'm sure all of us have had some goodbye, some farewell at some time or the other. But at the same time, when we look at these goodbyes, it is not something which only leaves us with sadness, but much more also sweet memories that are there. And today, I'm not here to give you advice. You already heard some advice from the Boy of the Year and the reply from the SPL. And of course, I'm sure as you venture out from the portals of this school, you will definitely have some aspirations, some dreams in your mind. But I would like to, instead of giving you an advice, make a prayer for you. And I would like to pray for you in the words of St. Paul, the letter to the Philippians, where he says, I give thanks to my God every time I think of you. And I'm sure of this, that he who has begun the good work in you will see that it is complete. My dear boys, this good work has begun here at St. Paul's, but it is not complete. It will only be complete when you become men for others, when you go out into the world and reach out to those who are in need, when you give a helping hand, when you make a difference in the world. I think that is when this prayer will be complete, when the work that has been begun here, the work that is blessed by God, that work will be complete. And therefore, this spark which you carry from here, let it enkindle other sparks around you. We have seen that now with a candle, and later we will have the lighting of the lamp, where each of you will be holding your own lamp. But this lamp should not be an individual lamp. This lamp has to be spread to others. And only from one candle, from one light, when it is spread to the other, then we will have a flame that will engulf the world. A flame that will not destroy the world, but that will make the world a better place. And I think that is what I'm sure each of you will strive for, will aspire for. The good work that we have seen here, and we have already seen in the short time that we are here, the effort from the boys, from the teachers, it is the good work that they have put in, hours and hours of practice. The good work is the result of the constant hard work, meticulous planning, and daring initiatives that have been taken by the school management and the staff. I'm not here, as I said, to present a whole list of activities. But what I want to do is just to highlight 2 or 3 important points. The first thing, when we look back at the academic year 2021-22, the first thing that I would like to highlight is what has been our response to the challenges of the COVID pandemic. We all know that this last year has been affected by the COVID pandemic. And here at St. Paul's, we have tried our best to combat the COVID pandemic. The first thing we did was the online teaching, where the staff were trained. We had a Google trainer from Bombay who trained the staff in Google Classroom. And in and through that, every staff was able to conduct Google online classes right through the year till we were able to shift to the offline mode. The other important thing that we did, and I'm sure many of you have heard of it, is the St. Paul's COVID team. We formed a St. Paul's COVID team which networked with different other NGOs and organizations. And during those months of May, June, when the second wave was at its peak, that's the time we reached out to many people who were affected by the COVID, distributing ration kits, going to the station, going to villages. And a lot of our alumni, we have with us now Manoj Michael and many other alumni, many of them were part of the St. Paul's COVID team. I think that was something we feel proud as St. Paul's that we were able to do. The third thing was the St. Paul's Christmas outreach program. During Christmas, we were able to reach out to the needy students. We went to Torangati, we went to Sangargali, we helped out the inmates of Kutum. That's an organization which is run through teacher Mariamma. We also went to the inmates of Anmol Tangudam in Santibastwar. These are all different organizations that we reached out. And one more important thing we did also, we brought cheer. We keep talking about this, cheer boys, cheer. We brought cheer to the hearts and minds of people with our band there, which you see. The band, we took them in the bus and we went carol singing. That was another thing that we did during the Christmas outreach. Another interesting thing that happened was, for the first time, and I repeat that, for the first time, St. Paul's organized an inter-school staff volleyball and throwball tournament. We have lots of tournaments for students, and our students have brought laurels for the school over the years. But so far, we never had anything for the staff. And the staff were badly affected during the pandemic because they had to balance their home life with learning all these new gadgets. They had no idea what was this Google Classroom, making PowerPoints. It was all Greek and Latin to them. And yet they had to do all this, and in spite of all that, they were able to rise up to the challenge. So we felt, why don't we reach out to the teachers of Belgaum city? And so we had this volleyball and throwball tournament for all the staff of the city schools in Belgaum. And it was a very interesting one, which then had a cascading effect. Two other schools also organized similar tournaments for the staff. And then connected to that was our own teachers won the next two tournaments. Of course, the one we organized, they didn't take part. But for the next two, our staff, our teachers, balancing their cooking, home, work, household, coming and teaching here. And after school, every day for 1 month, they were practicing, and that showed in the matches because they were able to do well. Let's give them a round of applause. This is also, of course, balanced with the loss of two of our teachers. We lost two teachers, Teacher Charlotte and Teacher Sabina. We also unfortunately lost one of our 10th standard boys who today would have been here with us, Manthan. But I think the spirit, and that's what St. Paul stands for, is that in the midst of adversities, even though we are faced with difficulties, we never give up. We always rise stronger. And I think that's what we have done. Then the other heading that I have is the new initiatives. There are a long list of it. I will not bore you. But one or two I want to highlight. And one of it was in the midst of the pandemic, when everywhere schools were facing lots of difficulties, many schools were closing down, St. Paul's took the daring step to start a new school. I still remember the bishop telling us when he came that day for the inauguration, he said, either the Jesuits, one is, we say, foolhardy, that means they are ready to take such type of risk, or they must be having a lot of money. That's why they can start a school in the midst of the pandemic. And on 31st of July 2021, we began a new school, St. Paul's Jesuit School. There are two important things I want to highlight about it. For the first time, St. Paul's has become co-ed. So we have boys and girls in the school. I know you all are missing that, sure. Somebody else will benefit, don't worry. And the second thing of the St. Paul's Jesuit School is we are going to affiliate it in the future to ICSE. Because what we feel is for 165 years, we have been providing quality education to the society of Belgaum. We want to go one step further, where we want to bring the best education possible. And today, when we look around, we realize that through the ICSE board, we will be able to give that sort of quality education, which will prepare the students to be able to go to any part of the world and to have any competitive exam. They will be able to face anything. And then, besides this, there are many other new initiatives, I said. One of which I think you can see there, is the solar project. A 50 kV solar project where the whole campus is, as we say, gone green, the Go Green initiative. So it's not just something that we teach our students about environmental studies, but we practice. And therefore, today we are not consuming any electricity from the electricity board. Everything comes through our solar project. There are many other things, but as you can also see on my right side, we have just inaugurated recently a new toilet block, and side of which you may not be able to see, is a new lunch home or a lunch house, like a canteen for the children. These are things that we have been able to do in and through your help and cooperation. And finally, I want to conclude with looking forward, planning for the future. One of the things that we at St. Paul's believe is we need to keep upgrading, updating ourselves. So, and at present, what we are doing is we are also looking for a new place where we want to build up a new educational hub, where there will be several St. Paul's educational institutions. Now, I know you'll ask, but what about this place here? We already have a school here. Now, here, of course, one is the restriction of space. The other is also the rules and regulations of the cantonment. We are in the cantonment area. We have the CEO here with us, and he understands very well what I'm speaking about. And therefore, one of our plans, and this is what we are looking for in the future, is to buy some land outside. We have already been vigorously pursuing there, and slowly to shift all our institutions. What we are looking at is a hub of St. Paul's institution. We already have the St. Paul's PU College, we have the St. Paul's Jesuit School, ICSE, and here we have the St. Paul's High School, which is State Board. We'll also future want to begin a St. Paul's Degree College. So all these will be one educational hub. And along with that, also strengthening our sister institutions, St. Paul's Sangargali, St. Paul's Kanapur, and the other places. That is a dream that we have for the future. And I'm sure we will have your cooperation and your support for all these future endeavors. And therefore, I would like to conclude the motto that we work with here. We constantly want, and that is the motto that we work, to strive to new heights where even eagles do not dare. There is that famous novel by Alistair MacLean, Where Eagles Dare. And our motto here is to strive to those heights where even eagles do not dare. And I think this is what we would like to do here, that we would like to ignite this place. We would like to kindle that flame, the same flame that I spoke about for our boys. And that way, we will be able to benefit the society of Belgaum and the wider society. And in this, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you, teachers, students, management, PTA, alumni, well-wishers. Together, we march forward. Together, we can bring about a change, not alone. Thank you, and let's hope we can continue to march along and build a better society and a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Here's our school brass band, all set to present a splendid display of their musical talents. These talented band boys depict the blending of music, tapping to the tune of prayerful song, Abide With Me, to Sare Jahan Se Acha, which fills us with the love for our country. Hence, boys, let us be proud of our nation and honor and salute the brave soldiers of our country. That was a fantastic performance. We thank Sir Anthony D'Souza for training the band boys and the teachers in charge, Teacher Gracie Paul and Teacher Elsie De Silva.
The students of St. Paul's High School prepare their minds, mold their character, and work hard with determination to achieve what they want. Hence, we have students here who have excelled in various fields. The school is proud of them. It is not feasible to award each one of them on this day, so the felicitations are spread out on various occasions around the year. On this day, we appreciate the performance, especially of those who have passed out in 2020-21. We take this opportunity to express our gratitude to all our benefactors who have offered these scholarships over the years to encourage our boys. Let us now witness the prize distribution. I call upon our chief guest, Mr. Sri Shel Kalisinghe, to come forward and to give the scholarships.
Scholarships and Awards for Excellence for the year 2020-21. Reverend Father P.D. Rosario S.J. Award, Professor Srimati Aruna Lad Rao Bahadur M. Lad Award, Dr. Somchekhar Hiremat Award, and Mr. Anthony Fernandez Award for the Boy of the Year 2021-22 goes to Master Prabudha Kalisinghe.
The late Mr. Michael Fernandez Award for the all-rounder student of the primary section for the year 2021-22 goes to Master Pranil Balekundri. First runner-up, Master Shreyas Malgan. Master Kenneth Lobo.
Shri J. Pereira, Shri B. Kakatkar, Shri R.V. Deshpande, Darsha Ratanji Brothers, Salim Kurlawala Memorial Scholarship, Dr. Somshekar Hiramit Award, and Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Ratanji Award for the boy securing highest marks in the SSLC Board Exam 2020-21 goes to Master Viraj Kulkarni. He also received Shri J. Pereira Award, Shri B.T. Patil Award, the late Shri Sharat N. Chimde Award for the boy securing highest marks in English, Dr. R.R. Jangi Award and Reverend Father Chamantra Award for the boy securing highest marks in Kannada, Shri D.R. Patil and B.S. Goral Award for securing highest marks in Hindi, Mrs. K.G. Chhatre Award, Shri N.N. Rodda Award, Mr. Levine Jose Fernandez Award for securing highest marks in science. He also receives Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Ratanji Award for the boy securing highest marks in English, Kannada, Hindi and Science in the SSLC Board Exam 2020-21.
Master Utkarsh Khorvi receives Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Rustam Ji Award for the boy securing second rank in the SSLC Board Exam 2020-21. He also receives Shri D.R. Patil and B.S. Goral Award for securing highest marks in Hindi, Mrs. K.G. Chhatre Award, Shri N.N. Rodda Award, Mr. Levine Jose Fernandez Award for securing highest marks in science, and Mrs. Cyril Pereira Award and Dr. Vijay Patil Award for securing highest marks in social science. He also receives Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Rustam Ji Award for the boy securing highest marks in Hindi, Science and Social Science in the SSLC Board Exam 2020-21.
Master Tanmay Sabnis receives Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Ratanji Award for the boy securing third rank and for securing highest marks in Hindi in the SSLC Board Exam 2020-21. He also receives Shri D.R. Patil and B.S. Goral Award for securing highest marks in Hindi, Shri A.C. Vaz Award, Arpit Shantagiri Award, Shri Lingappa Holkar Award, Shri V.G. Adhyapak Award, Sadashiv Dabir and late Srimati Mandakini Dabir and Reverend Father Gregory D'Souza for the boy securing highest marks in mathematics in the SSLC Board Exam 2020-21.
Master Austin DeCosta receives Shri A.C. Vaz Award, Arpit Santagiri Award, Shri Lingappa Holkar Award, Shri V.G. Adhyapak Award, Sadashiv Dabir and late Srimati Mandakini Dabir and Reverend Father Gregory D'Souza for the boys securing highest marks in mathematics in the SSLC Board Exam 2020-21. He also receives Shri D.R. Patil and B.S. Goral Award for securing highest marks in Hindi, Mrs. Cyril Pereira Award and Dr. Vijay Patil Award for securing highest marks in social science, and Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Rustam Ji Award for the boy securing highest marks in Hindi and social science SSLC Board Exam 2020-21. He also receives J.C. and Mr. and Mrs. J.F. Pinto and St. Anthony Social Workers Group Scholarship Major EDF and Major General Eustace WF Award for Catholic students securing the highest marks in the SSLC Board Exam 2021, and the late Ignacio Francisco Adai Scholarship for the Deserving Catholic Boy securing highest marks in the SSLC Board Exam 2021 and for securing highest marks in mathematics and science.
Master Krishna Murkute receives Shri D.R. Patil and B.S. Goral Award for securing highest marks in Hindi. Shri A.C. Vaz Award, Arpit Shantagiri Award, Shri Lingappa Holkar Award, Shri V.G. Adhyapak Award, Sadashiv Dabir and late Srimati Mandakini Dabe and Reverend Father Gregory D'Souza Award for the boy securing highest marks in mathematics in the SSLC board exam 2020-21. He also receives Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Ratanji Award for the boy securing highest marks in Hindi and mathematics in the SSLC board exam for the year 2020-21.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Mr. Bahubali Dodanavar to please come forward and give the scholarships.
Master Samar Patil receives Dr. R.R. Jangi Awards and Reverend Father Chamantra Award for the boys securing highest marks in Kannada. Shri D.R. Patil and B.S. Goral Award for securing highest marks in Hindi, and Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Rustamji Award for the boys securing highest marks in Hindi and Kannada in the SSLC board exam 2021.
Master Beryl Vaz receives Mrs. Cyril Pereira Award and Dr. Vijay Patil Award and Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Ratanji Award for the boy securing highest marks in social science in the SSLC board exam 2020-21. He also receives Mr. Levine Jose Fernandez Award for the deserving Catholic student scoring above 60% in the SSLC board exam 2020-21.
Master Tanmay Marathe receives Shri D.R. Patil and B.S. Goral Award and Advocate Shri Rustam Darsha Rustamji Award for securing highest marks in Hindi in the SSLC board exam 2020-21.
Master Mohammad Ali Shakil Mullah receives Mrs. Azra Bandukwala's Mansur Bandukwala Award for the deserving Muslim student for the year 2020-21.
Reverend Father Pat Dilima Scholarship for the Best in Social Service of 1985 batch, which has completed its silver jubilee of passing in the year 2009 and 10, goes to Master Karthik Vannur.
Shri Rauji Nadgoda, Mr. L.V. Kamath, Mr. C.M. Doshi, and Mr. R.U. Sehgal scholarships for Best NCC Cadets for the year 2021-22 goes to the following boys: Army Wing, Master Felix Dalmet; Naval Wing, Master Darshan Basargi and Master Sahil Jabalkar; Air Wing, Master Viraj Dodanavar.
Master Ishan Bhupali of Standard 10 and Master Suchit Kakatikar of Standard 5 receive Father Felix D. Cruz Scholarship for deserving high school student and deserving primary student for the year 2021-22.
Master Bhushan Patil receives Mr. Nakil Javed Inamdar Scholarship for the all-round student in Standard 9 for the year 2020-21.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Mr. Nitin Avarsekar to come forward and give the scholarships.
Master Vishal Manturgi receives Vivian and Florence Pereira Award for the boy who has excelled in sports for the year 2021-22.
Father Pat Lima's Mr. Jose Mari and Andy Lima Award for the school band instrumentalist goes to the following students: Vaibhav Hongekar, Andrew Pillay, Yashish Tekniat, Clifton Barreto, Francis D'Souza, and Rezo Joseph.
Mr. Henry and Mr. Agnes Coelho Award for the deserving student in Standard 10 for the year 2021-22 goes to Tenth A, Master Ashley Mascarenas. 10th B, Master Aditya Davni. 10th C, Master John Pinto.
Reverend Father Agnello Pinto Scholarship for the well-disciplined student for the year 2021-22 goes to the following students: 10th A, Master Sohan Patil; 10th B, Master Aditya Dhavni; 10th C, Master Harsh Hardi.
Mr. Milind Thembe, our very own Paulite of the batch 1978, who is settled in the United States of America for the last 30 years, had secured third rank to the school in the SSLC board exam 1978. He has sponsored a scholarship for the third rank holders in the SSLC board exam of the school since the year 2014-15. The following students received the above scholarship: Master Sujnyan Kini for the year 2019-20 and Master Tanmay Sabnis for the year 2020-21.
Here is the most awaited award for the Best House of the Year 2021-22. The Best House is judged based on the notice board points, discipline, and marching. I now call upon our principal to announce the Best House of the Year 2021-22.
I'm sure you're waiting for which house has won. I'll start with the fourth. The fourth house in the fourth place is the red house. In the third place, blue house. Then in the second place is green house. And the one who wins this year, the first place is gold house. I request the commander of the gold house to come forward.
There are many more students who have done exceptionally well in academics, but due to lack of time, we are unable to felicitate them today. So, I request the audience to kindly give them a big round of applause. Thank you.
Goan beaches, beautiful landscapes, soothing breeze of the line of majestic coastal trees, jubilant and vibrant lifestyles. Wondering which place is it? Yes, it is our beautiful Konkan region, a heaven of entertainment and the fun couple with its mystic views and dazzling environment. Located in the western part of India, Konkan is a popular tourist destination among Indians and international travelers. A unique part of its culture and tradition is its elegant folk dances. Our 7th standard boys are here to perform the most popular folk dances of the Konkan region, the Goan Mando and the Koli dance. Let's sit back and enjoy the dance.
पण मारण निस्तेंदर संसतो लुटाऊ सांजेच्या वेळार बालबुऱ्या पासोय घोरताऊ घरा जेवण पडबो जेवण सुसेगार निंदाऊ माडो गोयचो आमी गोंयांत गोयताऊ मांडो म्हणून नाचोन म्हणून निसरे सारताऊ माडो गोयचो आमी गोंयांत गोयताऊ मांडो म्हणून नाचोन म्हणून निसरे सारताऊ शेतकामती आमी शेतान गोयताऊ शेतां पडून मेरो काडून गामरे वारोयताऊ रातचे घरा येवन आमी बाकऱ्यो लागोयताऊ जेवणा वेळार हिल्लो आमी पेणयेचो मारताऊ मांडो गोंयचो आमी गोंयांत गाजोयताऊ मांडो म्हणून नाचोन म्हणून निसरे सारताऊ मांडो गोंयचो आमी गोंयांत गाजोयताऊ मांडो म्हणून नाचोन म्हणून निसरे सारताऊ
Oh Maria Pitache, oh Maria Pitache, oh Maria Pitache, hey, oh Maria Pitache, oh Maria Pitache, oh Maria Pitache, oh Maria Pitache, hey, oh Maria Pitache. Barra stretti compir. Barra da tama miluzi, stretti compir. Alegna entrada miluzi, Cristina sair. Alegna entrada miluzi, Cristina sair. Por amor da voz me luzi, eu fico saudade. Por amor da voz me luzi, eu fico saudade. Fazer a sentinela me luzi, levar chicotada. Fazer a sentinela me luzi, levar chicotada. Oh Maria vida cheia, 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 oh Maria vida cheia. Undra mucha mama, aniau santa tuca. Undra mucha mama, aniau santa tuca. Animadori chapila lagi felu madinaka. Animadori chapila lagi felu madinaka. Undir mama ailo, ani bachi ponali pulo. Undir mama ailo, ani bachi ponali pulo. Animadori chapila nataka yaka gasa hailo. Animadori chapila nataka yaka gasa hailo. Ya ya maya ya, 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 ya ya maya ya. Fule! Teu yagueiro, mete galera tonto. Morgão a teu yagueiro, mete galera tonto. Farar, fara, sadai ranantu. Farar, fara, sadai ranantu. Farar, fara, sadai ranantu. Farar, fara, sadai ranantu. Ya ya maya ya, ya ya maya ya, ya ya maya ya, ya ya maya ya.
Now that was a terrific performance. Thank you, boys. Thank you, Teacher Isabella Pillay, Teacher Sujata Hoblikar, and Teacher Avan Sandra for training the boys.
I request our chief guest, Mr. Shrishel Kalisenge, to enlighten our boys with a few words of inspiration.
Everything we do should be a result of our gratitude for what God has done for us. A pleasant evening to one and all present here today. I express my heartfelt gratitude and sincere thanks to the manager, Reverend Father Ronaldo de Souza, Principal, Reverend Father Dr. Savio Bro, Vice Principal, Reverend Father Sebastian Pereira, Headmasters of the 4 sections, all the excellent teaching and non-teaching staff of St. Paul's, parents, students, and all the SLC boys who are ending a chapter in their lives and beginning with a new one. What makes a child gifted and talented may not always be good grades, but also the values and different way of looking at the world and learning it. Dear SLC boys, each one of you are unique and has a certain passion and enthusiasm for achieving various goals in your lives. Continue doing so along with academics and may you get your dreams come true. Utilize the upbringing with discipline and dedication inculcated in you here at St. Paul's. Best wishes for your upcoming exams. Keep working hard and you are sure to be successful. Keep trusting yourself, be strong and confident in the process. You have studied everything and deserve to receive the very best of results and make the school proud. We are in association with this prestigious institution for the past 16 years. Both of my sons have completed their education in this school. Today is a proud moment for me as a parent to be the chief guest as my son Prabuddha has become the boy of the year. I feel immense pleasure expressing it. In the wake of COVID pandemic, all the schools had been closed for almost 2 years, but teachers work hard to adjust and adopt the new normal current education system to make the online classes a success. Let me take this opportunity to thank all the teachers who have taken care of our children and taught them even during these tough times. I express my gratitude to the principal and the school management who create a safe, healthy learning environment and set performance goals and making our children excel in their studies. Lastly, I congratulate all the parents for all trouble taken in these 12 years for their children. After completing their school life, the children as well as parents will feel certain emptiness in their life for schools. Wishing you all the very best in life and success in your future endeavors. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable message. We are lucky to be born in a country like India, where people from diverse groups live together with a feeling of patriotism. This year, our country celebrates 75 years of independence, and this would not have been possible without the sacrifice of our martyrs. The boys of Standard 8th will now present a patriotic dance.
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना। अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना। अब जो भी हो शोला बन के पत्थर है पिघलाना, अब जो भी हो बादल बन के पर्वत पर है छाना। कदमों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। कदमों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं।
18 सितंबर 2016 सुबह के 5:30 पूरी कैंप इंडिया।
मन भरिया बदल गया सारा वे तू मैनू छड़ जाना। गल्ला तेरिया तो लगदा है यारा वे मैथों तेरा मन भरिया। गल्ला तेरिया तो लगदा है यारा।
अगर मैं अपने देश अपने भाइयों के लिए अब नहीं लड़ा तो मैं अपनी नजरों में फर्जी बन के रह जाऊंगा।
21 सितंबर 2016 डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री मुख्यालय सुरक्षा मंत्रालय।
सर आई प्रॉमिस यू, आप मुझे कहीं भी भेज दीजिए, मैं अपने हर एक सिपाही को जिंदा सही सलामत वापस लाऊंगा।
पाकिस्तान जो भाषा समझता है उसी भाषा में पाकिस्तान को समझाने का समय अब आ गया है।
सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक से हिंदुस्तान में चुप नहीं बैठेगा। ये नया हिंदुस्तान है, ये घर में घुसेगा भी और मारेगा भी।
बिहान 8 दिन के अंदर अंदर तुम पाकिस्तान में सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक करने जा रहे हो। एक बेहतरीन टीम तैयार करो। आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। भाइयों को नींद में मारा था, उस बेरहमी का घातक जवाब उनका सर धड़ से अलग करने का मौका देने जा रहा हूं। क्या आप इस मिशन के लिए तैयार हैं? क्या बदले के लिए आपका खून खोल रहा है? कमांडर्स, who are we? इंडियन आर्मी ने ये जंग शुरू नहीं की थी, बट we will bloody hell finish it. How is the Josh? How is the Josh?
29 सितंबर 2016 रात का समय, पाक बॉर्डर LOC।
Thank you, boys. That was a super performance. Thank you, Teacher Kirti James, Teacher Rushali Shinde, and Teacher Girija Halagi, who have put in all their best to present this show for you.
Master Melvin Luke of Standard 5th will now propose the vote of thanks.
On behalf of the management of St. Paul's High School, I, Master Melvin Luke of Standard 5th B, am privileged to propose the vote of thanks to each and everyone who have contributed for the overwhelming success of today's program. Let me first of all start by giving glory and thanking the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. I wish to quote the words of St. Paul, which says, I thank my God each time I think of you, and when I pray for you, I pray with joy. At the outset, I would like to thank the chief guests of today's function, Mr. and Mrs. Kalsinge, the proud parents of our Boy of the Year, for their presence here. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our guests of honor, Father Ronald D'Souza, S.J., the rector and manager of St. Paul's, and the parents of our Boys of the Year for their gracious presence for today's program. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Mr. K. Anand, the CEO of Cantonment Camp, and Mr. Shajit Singh, ex-cantonment member, who in spite of their busy schedule accepted our invitation and has graced this occasion. Our grateful thanks to all the members of St. Paul's Jesuit community, all our distinguished guests representing various prestigious institutions, priests, and religious for their valuable presence here. A sincere word of appreciation to Reverend Father Stephen Almeida, Administrator of St. Paul's PU College, for his valuable presence. Any program cannot achieve success without imparting sufficient training to the students. The wonderful songs and colorful performances of our students today reveal the zeal and zest put in by both our students and teachers. Our beloved teachers have put in their tireless efforts day in and day out in imparting perfect training to the students, for which we are ever so grateful. Appreciation goes a long way as a motivator. The performance by our school band was one of the star events of the day. A big thank you to our physical education instructor, Sir Anthony D'Souza, who guided and trained our band boys, who put up such a captivating and electrifying performance. Thanks to Sir Karu Wag, who has been continually coordinating and working behind the scenes for the success of today's program. A big thanks to our support staff who tirelessly work in the background and perform their duties gracefully with a smile. Our grateful thanks to Brother Anthony and Mr. Ryan Gomes and the media team for helping us with the live telecast of today's program. I also express My sincere gratitude to our rector and manager, Reverend Father Ronald D'Souza, Principal, Father Dr. Savio Abrio, Vice Principal, Reverend Father Sebastian Pereira, and the headmistresses of the four sections for their expert and able guidance. It is needless to say that today's program wouldn't have been such a grand success without their continuous supervision and monitoring. Once again, I thank everyone for their cooperation in making today's passing out parade a grand success and a memorable one for our SSLC students. Lastly, my dear SSLC boys, there are no goodbyes for us. Wherever you are, you will always be in our hearts. Wishing you much joy and happiness as you begin a new chapter in your life. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Melvin. We now have the lighting of the lamps. Where there is light, darkness cannot be. Where knowledge has come, ignorance must quit. With one deepum, we can light many more lights. The original lamp will not lose its power when helping to light others. Shine your light and make a positive impact on the world. There is nothing more honorable than helping to improve the lives of others. We now come to the most symbolic event of this evening, the lighting of lamps. I request our principal to light the lamp of the boys of the year. SSLC boys, kindly stand.
Dear SSLC students, we cannot light a lamp and keep it hidden under a bushel, but ought to make its light spread around the whole world. We teachers have strived hard for 12 long years to ignite the light of your life, to enkindle in you the thirst for knowledge and intellectual pursuit, and to transform you all into worthy and accomplished young men. These small lamps you hold in your hand represents each one of you who were entrusted into our care 12 years ago and now shine brightly. Learn to light a candle in the darkest moments of someone's life. Be the light that helps others see and spread this light wherever you go.
The SSLC students will now take the traditional pledge. I request our principal, Reverend Father Dr. Savio Abreu, to read the pledge and the boys will repeat.
Boys, raise your right hand forward and repeat after me. all powerful and ever living Father, you are truth, you are life, and you are love. Under your loving care and guidance, we have lived and grown in St. Paul's that we love. We are now about to leave the portals of our school for new and uncertain pastures. We need you, God our Father, all the more. We need your wisdom, strength, and courage to choose a career according to your plans. May we work always for the welfare of others and reach out to the less fortunate, so that all may know that we are meant for others. Let the little flames that we hold in our hands enable us to put on the armor of light that will shine in our lives and radiate your presence wherever we go.
Thank you, Father. Now, boys, put your hands down.
There is always going to be a time to say goodbye. Here we have our students to sing Now is the Hour, which is a traditional song that is sung to bring back you the nostalgic memories of your school life. Say goodbye. Soon you'll be leaving the portals of St. Paul's. While you're away, oh please remember us. Someday we'll meet and recall our days at St. Paul's. you, boys, for your melodious singing.
The SSLC boys will now march and form a semicircle in front of the dais.
SSC boys! Chandapur Mudekau! Chandapur Mud!
The SSLC boys will now sing a song to express their feelings and the memorable moments they spent at school and the nostalgic memories that they will take along when they leave this beloved institute.
ये दिन तो आना ही था, मुझे तो यूं जाना ही था, पर जाते मुस्कुराते कहना था फिर तुमसे, ये पल जो बिताए साथ में याद आएंगे हमें फिर बाद में, मुस्कुराए हमारी यादें बदलाए, रंग चाहे इन्हीं से सुरों के लम्हे गुनगुनाए, यादों का ये सागर बह चला, अनजाना हम सफर है मिल गया, हंसते हंसते इस सफर में बन गए तुम मेरी दुनिया, मेरी दुनिया, मेरी दुनिया।
The best thing is listening to someone's heartbeat. The heartbeat of St. Paul's High School is the school bell. On hearing the school bell, every Paulite will feel deeply connected to their alma mater. Dear SSLC boys, the school bell will now be rung for the last time as you leave your alma mater. Master Aryan Gajakosh will now ring the school bell, so hold your breath as each beat that rings will keep echoing in your heart for the rest of your life.
Finally, it's time to bid adieu to you, dear SSLC boys. Fond memories we will all cherish of the days gone by. In bidding you farewell, we answer the call of the hour, for we know you were all at the threshold of a new world that beckons. We wish you well, dear boys. We wish you health, wealth, and prosperity. For the last time, you will hear the school brass band play the farewell song. Go forth and be bearers of light, love, hope, and the values that you have received in this institution.
I request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly stand for the lowering of the school flag. The flag will be lowered by the present school pupil leader, Master Shreyas Hanagandi, which will be followed by the national anthem.
All are requested to kindly remain in your respective places till the guests reach the office. The boys of Standard 9th ABC, please wait after the function to assist us to remove the chairs.
Boys, please be in your places.
Hello. Dear boys, dear boys, an announcement to the boys and also to the teachers. Today has been a long day and we have worked a lot. So tomorrow will be a holiday. Okay, tomorrow will be a holiday. You can relax and come back again after that. Tomorrow is a holiday. Thank you.